Hey guys, this is my pedalboard. This is the setup that I have been having for the past 8 months, so I decided to make a video and show it to you. We start off at the top right corner with my tuner. This is a Planet Waves Chromatic tuner. Then we go down into my Vox V847A Wah Wah pedal, which I liked more than the Crybaby Classic when I was looking for a Wah Wah pedal. And this is why it's still here. Next we go into my noise suppressor from Boss to get rid of all the unwanted noise that comes from my single coil telly and my dirt pedals. From the send of the noise suppressor we go right next to it into the Boss compressor sustainer. I mainly use it with single coil guitars and sometimes with humbucker guitars in a slightly different setting than the one you're seeing here. From the compressor we go down into the Nano LPB1 from Electro Harmonix, just for a clean boost. Then we go into the Whammidi from LNA Guitar Effects, which controls the Whammy pedal version 4. This is from the first 2000 that Digitech made, and it's in chrome color. The serial number, I guess it's 1783 if I'm not mistaken. So the Whammy pedal is in the loop of the Whammidi, and from the output of the Whammidi we go into my dirt pedals. The first one is the Marshall Gapner 2 Plus, which is I use it at least for a low gain JCM sound. Next to it, it's the Alpha Drive from Freekish Blues, which is a clone of the full tone OCD. And last we have the Boss Dual Overdrive, which is a 2-channel overdrive pedal, and I switch between the two modes using this little Footswitch that I built, which says Switch Me on the top. So from the dual overdrive we go back into the return of the noise suppressor, and from the output of the noise suppressor we go into my big Muff pipe from Electro Harmonix. I don't really have something to say about it. It's a very famous pedal and it works great for me. I keep it in this position rather than having it on the front of my board, because I want to have my wah wah, my booster and my whammy before it for a little better tracking with the notes, since I'm using it with a really high gain setting. As you can see, the sustain is turned all the way up. From the Big Muff 5 we go into my Boss FV500L, which is actually a stereo volume pedal, but I'm using only the mono side of it. It also features an expression output, which I'm not currently using, and the minimum volume setting, which helps me with my swells. From my volume pedal we go into my modulations, delays, reverbs and my looper. So first we have these two line 6 pedals, the Roto machine and the Liqua Flange. These are from the Tongor series. The Roto machine is a Leslie pedal, and the Liqua Flange is a multi-functional pedal. It has flanger, of course. It has a coarse mode, as well as some filter and some wah-wah type of effects. It's also stereo. It features tap tempo and some other toggles, as you can see there. So there are limitless possibilities with that pedal. It's really great and really well built, as well as the Roto machine. From the Liqua Flange we go down here into the Behringer Mutli-FX. I mainly use it for tremolo and in a very subtle setting, just to get a vibe underneath what I'm playing. From here we go up into my Behringer vintage time machine, which is a clone of the Deluxe Memory Man from Electro Harmonix. This is the clone of the big box, of course. It's a great analog delay. The modulation is satisfying to me at least. And it also features a great oscillation, so it works very good for me. From here we go into my Behringer DD600, which is a Boss DD5 clone. I mainly use it for a standard digital delay around 550 milliseconds. It also features some other modes as well as a top tempo option, which I'm not currently using. From here we go into my two reverb pedals. The right one is a clone of the Verbzilla from line 6, and the left one is a clone of the Boss RV5. So I'm using the reverb machine for shimmer reverb and the digital reverb for the modulate mode. For the standard reverb I'm using the spring reverb, which is built into my Fender Twin Reverb amp. From the two reverbs we go out and into my last pedal, which is the Digitech Jamman stereo looper, which is a great looper, at least for the price I got it. It features actually it has many features. It has distinct buttons for every function, which is why I mainly chose that over some other loopers in the same price. It works really great, and it is further controlled by this little pedal, which is actually the last pedal I'm going to show you. This is an auxiliary pedal that I built and a friend of mine painted for me in these really great colors. It's actually a clone of any auxiliary pedal you're going to find out on the market. I just used the schematic from the FS3X from Digitech. From the three buttons, the middle one, the mode, as you can see, activates the reverse function of the looper. The down button, the top left, is an instant undo button if I want to erase a phrase immediately, which can be done at that short time with the looper itself. And the up button is for giving me a little more possibilities with the top tempo with the built-in drum loops that the Jamman has. So I guess this is it. This is my whole board. For cables I'm not using anything special, just some standard factory cables that I actually soldered, and the plugs as well are not from any famous brand. For power supplies I'm using a Harley-Benton power plant, which is a T-Rex fuel tank clone. I decided to try isolated outputs to see if the hum from running all these pedals in front of the amplifier would be reduced, and it actually was. So I'm getting a second one to replace my current one spot, which powers up the other half of the board. The Whammy pedal and the Jamman stereo are powered up from two AC adapters, and last but not least, from, I don't know if you can see them, from my noise suppressor and from my tuner, which both feature a DC out. I have two power cables powering up the two pedals that are left without power supply, and I don't want to power them with batteries. So I guess now this is it. I don't have something else to say. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for any updates that I'm going to post. Thanks.